Okay, guys. Well, welcome. Super excited to be on the line tonight. It looks like we have almost more people online than we have in person tonight, right? So I think we need to give it up for our Zoom crew, right? I said we have this food frenzy tonight, so we have to apologize, guys. I think everybody's feeding their face right now. But super excited to have you on the line. We're gonna go ahead and get this kicked off tonight. Who's presenting?
You.
It's Dr. Betty's in. So
No,
Dr.
I'm ready.
Are you ready? Okay.
Okay. I ain't late.
Okay, Mooney said he's on time, right? Okay, very good. So I'm going to introduce
Pulled, scared, and some of them without any shoe. Told the safer deputies to get
Double Diamond. He is the chef who has literally got this place lit up tonight. I mean, these diggity dogs, and I'm just what Margaret until she'll give y'all the recap of Friday. Okay, you'll get the 411, but it's got the whole place lit up. They're having diggity dogs tonight, which if you haven't had that yet, it's Willie's famous carrot dog. And so you have to come out on a Thursday between him and Cherie. Cherie tonight, I believe she's making Philadelphia cheesesteaks. I mean, we're living life, okay? And these are all vegan. So I can see why the team is so captivated, but we got to get our main thing on the main thing. And that's helping us to create 1 million families that get impacted by this movement, by this message. And so without any further ado, I know he's still taking orders. Look at that. We about to open up a restaurant in this camp. You understand? I mean, we are about to open up a restaurant. These folks are losing their mind tonight over these recipes, okay? And so without any further ado, Mooney, I'm going to let you take it away. Oh, look at another one. He came yesterday. It was a little slow, but tonight you about to it's lit like fire tonight.
Hey.
Okay, so without any further ado, Mooney, I'm gonna let you take it over. I don't see your PowerPoint up, so I figured you'll do all that.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Hey. All right. So how many people do we have online? We have 8 people online. Welcome. Let me see if I can get rid of that light. Yep, there we go. 4446-773-495-4446. Since I'm here and you like plant-based or you have never tried or have never been introduced to plant-based, well, I would like to entertain you to consider me, right? For your first choice. If you're in the Chicagoland area, you want to kind of get under the Akana for Life Facebook page, right? That is a shameless plug, but it is where I hang out. Akana for Life Facebook page, look that up, and you can see everything that crosses over, and our Flat Belly Lifestyle Facebook page. So without further ado, let me pull up my slide. I think you all are gonna really enjoy what I'm gonna share with you tonight. Hold on. Bear with me 1 second. Drop it in the chat and let me know who invited you. Please feel free to drop it in the chat and let me know who invited you. Bear with me. Hold on. There it is. All righty. So let me ask this. Also, how can I kick this off? I'm gonna get something started, right? All the A's in the house say A if your blood type A. Drop it in the chat if you are a blood type A. Drop it in the chat. Y'all heard all that noise in the background, all right? All right. Okay, so here we go. All the O's in the house say oh. Oh, the O's a little light tonight. My God, what is really going on? Oh my God, what's going on, Mama Dorsey? If you're a blood type O, let me see who's on here. I see the A's, Kenneth Elam, Galaxy, okay, all right. All the O's, no O's online? What? Where the O's at? Come on, man, let's represent. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, there we go. All right, there we go. Represent. She
The
said,
wellness queen is in
oh.
the house representing the O's.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, shout out your name. If you are O, I can't say it loud and say it proud.
This is Regina, the
All right,
wellness
Regina,
queen.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right,
I
let's
also would like to welcome my guests, Amari, Yvette, and Gwen. They are all on the line with Amari.
all right. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Welcome, welcome. Now, do you, Amari, I heard Vincent, and who was the third person?
No, Yvette and Gwen.
And okay, Yvette and Gwen, do you all know your blood type? Right? That's the big question. And let me tell you why. Let's just dig into what I call the meat. Let's get to the meat of the conversation. So, would you all believe that not knowing your blood type, not knowing your blood type, that it's possible that you can be committing suicide? What did he just say? Did he say I was committing suicide? No, I said suicide, which is a term that's hashed by our excellent and amazing CEO, Melissa Boston. Hold on, let me move this out the way. Hold on. I got to make sure that my people in here can see. Hold on, y'all. Hold up. Let's do this. Here we go. Bam. And let me move you here. There we go. And let me move you. So I want my people in here to be able to see the slides too. Okay. So suicide. So there is an original diet. If you never knew about that, let me say this: thy plant shall be thy medicine, and thy fruit shall be thy meat. Right? So it was told to us from the very beginning, right, what we should have and what we should be consuming. But somehow this diet has transformed, or this regimen and food has transformed. I don't even know if we can call it food. And some things that have been happening lately, right? Would you believe that about 1 in 5 people, 1 in 5 heart attacks are silent? The damage is already done before the person is aware of it. You all, something is alarming and is going on when you have people from the age of 14 to 19 years old and they're showing blocked arteries. Like what? As much as 40%? There's something that's happening even with African Americans. Why are we out of here at the age of 45? What's actually going on? And I'm showing you the proof in the pudding, and I ain't even get deep yet. I ain't even get down to the nitty gritty. Blocked arteries. To the left, you see the outer walls of an artery, but then you start seeing plaque buildup. And then you start seeing to the right dangerous levels of plaque buildup. What's happening? What's going on underneath the surface? You all, it's not good enough. And let me go back to this side, that when you have a blocked artery, that you're bypassing the problem or triple bypassing the problem. You just pass or stenting or sprinting through the problem. That's not good enough. There's something that's happening underneath that maybe you can't see it on the outside, but it's definitely happening on the inside. Let me start with some top 5 areas of what I'm talking about that we in our community should be concerned about. Number 1, everybody say this with me: there's life and power in the blood. Online, let me hear you say that with me. Feel free to unmute. There is life and power in the blood. Or just type it in the chat. But I know you probably have heard that in our ministry realm and spiritual realm. You know, of course, we're referencing our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. But what if what manifests spiritually also manifests physically? It's a genetic blueprint of who you are, knowing your blood and how you can live your most healthiest life or your most detrimental life. So we're on a mission, we're on a mandate, and I'm taking this very serious. What would you join us in trying to make people aware and make families aware? I say 1 million families, right? Think about that. We can actually change a whole lot of lives and it not be a respect of a person if we just inform people about their blood. And we're taking 18 months and moving forward in this mandate. What I'm showing you now is a blueprint that I think I would admonish you to really pay attention to and try your best to identify. Now, there's a lot of different characteristics. You might have heard of battle of the blood type. I want you to keep your ear to the ground and listen up for April. We're cooking. It's smelling real good about around here. Battle of the blood types is something that you want to, just hear about and that you probably want to participate, especially if you're a foodie like me. But this is the key. Do you know your blood type? What blood type are you? There are 4 blood types, right? And we mentioned, you see this fingerprint on the screen, right? And this actually, right, can almost be equated to a certain way. And I'm not a doctor. What if it was everybody doing research trying to find out their DNA? How would you like to find out your blood type first, right? If you constantly are giving blood or there's something going on with you and blood is being drawn from you, it never dawned on your mind like, Doc, what is my blood type and what's going on with my blood? Okay, so feel free to take a picture of this slide, right? We're pointing out some real interesting history. This is science. A means agrarian, right? I'm not a blood type A, right? So it took me a little while to pronounce that A word, but agrarian. Let me give you just a little feedback, right? Focused on farming and livestock, leading to more stable communities. I think the A's probably migrated for the O's. Like when I kind of think about it, it makes sense to me. But would you believe that they're predominantly majority plant-based? And then you see blood type B, that is my blood type. I don't think I really cared for it when I first learned it because it was something about that blood type that said I couldn't have shrimp, avocado, crab legs, lobster. Wait a minute, you eliminating chicken too? All the foods that I love and blood type O. So but B, I kind of adopted, to learning it and embracing it because I like the word balance, right? B stands for balance. O, man, I like to think about Moses sometime when I'm reading the Bible and I'm like, surely he might have been a blood type O, right? And hunters, gatherers, I love the fact that this is the oldest blood type. A lot of history there. Would you believe, not unlike tonight, right, that they usually are they have the most volume in the room, pretty much with the O's online and the O's in here, y'all still outnumber everybody. Any B's in the house? I didn't ask about my own blood type. If you a B in the house, say B, positive. That's me, right? So I'm gonna get into my barbaric side because I'm like, where the bees at? It left me out here as a bumblebee all by myself. And I know I can't sting nobody. They outnumber me. And blood types A, B, right? Which is the absolute balance. They are like the combination of blood type A. They got it all. They're the universal receivers. So they can receive blood from everybody. Would you believe that? And O's can give blood to everybody. So if all of that makes sense, if we can't interchange and intermingle blood type, would you believe that a blood type A can't give me blood? And I can't give a blood type A blood, right? It's something special about that. So if we can't mix blood, why are we constantly diving into food and we don't understand it and we don't understand our blood type? Is it possible that viruses and bacteria and infections and chemical stress and all of these things start first in the blood? Is that possible? Who would think that that's not possible? Science is something, and I tell you, when you actually look at the outcome, when you look at plaque on the arteries, inflammation, arthritis, sciatica nerve damage, I could go down the list. I'm a cancer survivor, so I don't play when it comes to the blood. Acute lymphoblastic leukemia, that is cancer of the blood. So it got me thinking like, man, did I miss something when I was an athlete, young? Are we missing something when we see LeBron James' son have a cardiac arrest? Praise God, he's back on court with his father. But this is a young man who is in tip-top condition. And what happened where he's falling out on the court at a young age? Okay, that was a mouthful. But if the blood type determines a lot of things, what about food? Is it possible that your blood type is the single most important determinant in how your body interacts with food, right? Is it possible that we're experiencing weight gain, digestive problems, inflammation because we are eating against our blood type? And these lectins that are in food, once we eat against our blood type, whoever thought that that would be a foreign invader in a food that's now targeting your organ? Wow. What? You mean the avocado for blood type B can literally, if taken in too much, can kill me? That's exactly what I'm saying, you all. Now that's coming from my mouth because I like to make sure that I take, if we're digging our graves with that fork, I want to make sure I take that fork and get your attention, right? So what's happening here? Why are our immune system compromised? But if it was designed to protect us from harmful lectins, one man's food can be another man's poison. So I think blood type A's, they can have an avocado. Blood type O's and B's can't, right? So are we physically compromising our bodies because we're not asking ourselves this question: what the cell is going on, right? So when you look at this picture, this should actually make you think. Like, you could be so fit in the gym, but on the inside of your body, you are being depleted because your cells are sick, white blood cells and red blood cells. And then the consequences of eating against your blood type. Do y'all see that is a breakage in the artery? That is a plaque buildup situation. So when you look at agglutination, which I think the body was designed, I think it's amazing that it was designed to protect you and fight for you. But if it's fighting all the time, imagine a soldier in the battlefield, right? And it doesn't matter how many soldiers are there. What if they're all still fighting? Eventually, those soldiers, if they're not given a break, something's going to happen and it's going to be real bad, right? Especially if the war is going on. So we got to think about our bodies the same way and our blood cells the same way we're thinking about soldiers that are here to protect us, but we're not helping them and equipping them properly, and they're not getting rest. When you eat food against your blood type, that means your body is not getting rest when it's trying to fight for you. So learn what your blood type is, right? Let's break the cycles that we've been constantly, generational cycles, by not being aware. Say this with me: life is not fair. Well, let's try this one more time. This is good. I want you to really think about what you're about to say. Life is not fair.
It's not fair
To those who are not aware.
to those who are not aware.
So you have the opportunity tonight to break a generational cycle, because life is not fair to those who are not aware. And just I like good information. Anybody can give out information, but if it makes sense and if science backs it, why are we still going through these cycles of life and then saying in the end, well, it's not fair? No, you're just not aware. So get with the person that invited you and find out what is your blood type, right? And if you eat the wrong food, it could be killing you. Let me show you some examples of that. Yep, if you know your blood type, what? Black beans? Hey, you mean to tell me I can't put black beans on my nachos no more? What? Chicken? I'm from the west side of Chicago. How you not gonna tell me that I can't have Uncle Remus, right? I can't even have fried. My mama is a blood type A. She just found out, my mama is 74 years old. Would y'all believe she just found out her blood type 2 years ago? And let me tell you, she looks amazing. So you got a blood type A feeding a blood type B, but your blood type B son was out in the street all night, partying on college campus and just eating anything that crossed his mind. But anyway, I'm not going to go into that story. But a blood type O, catfish? What? Oh, don't eat catfish. No, well, oranges. An orange? White wine? Man, look, I'm going to go to the next page. Eating right for your blood type. If you don't believe me, you got to look up this book and you got to get this book. See, Our job is really not to convince you. Our job is to share information. And if you have the ears to hear, and if you just are compelled to do your own research, I'm putting it right in front of you, right? So look up this book. Feel free to take a screenshot. Now, so ask yourself what the sale is going on. And would you believe there are some things I think we could probably blame on certain industries, but after today, you won't be able to do that, right? Because you could take your life into your own hands and you don't have to depend on what the doctor said, right? Now, I'm not saying to dismiss, the medical professionals that have been put in your lives to kind of pay attention to the crisis. But let me say, why wait till it gets to the crisis? Let me just show you a couple of things that some of these industries had allowed us to have because of big business was equal big profits. Cigarettes, trans fat, 5G. It ain't a person. Well, let me see. Y'all still got a flip phone or do y'all have fiber optics and all of that? And milk, got milk? All of us had it. Right? Because it was promoted as something that would do the bones good, good calcium. Wait a minute. Mucus information and fat. And Lord Jesus, genetically modified. You mean to tell me I have to let me tell you, I'm serving chips today. Potato chips. Who don't like potato chips? Y'all, I had to do my research on certain chips to find out which ones weren't genetically modified. The corn syrup not the corn syrup, the canola oil. Canola oil genetically modified? Man, you got to be a label reader, but I'm not trying to overwhelm you. I just wanted you to start out first with your blood. And then I'm pointing out to you, this is why I'm showing you this screen. What Michael Jackson say? Let me get that beat. All I want to say is they don't really care about us. So what am I saying? What am I saying? I'm saying there are countries that care about their people. Are we recording? Good, we're not. I'm saying there are countries that care about their people, and here in the United States, we just keep our arms crossed. That's how it really looks. If Japan is the country that's leading in life expectancy, 84.6 years, and they're ranked first, why, excuse the language, we ain't recording, why in the hell are we 50th and we're a superpower? Why are we 50th and people are dying as young as 76? Right? Or African Americans at 71 years old, well, they'll give it 72. You'll probably make it. I'm 51 years old, and you telling me I only had 20 years left? The devil is a lie. And there's evidence. There's evidence showing that we can do something different if we choose to listen. So following, let me compel you to follow. Please, please, please do your research. Find out. Well, you already know, some people already know. If what I'm saying is making sense and you feel that you're already compromised, then there's something that you can do about it right now. This is problem number 2, oxidation, right? We don't have to rot. Whoever said that? Who said that we would rot and just willow away? No, life don't have to be like that where we get rot like a screw. I don't think God designed it to be that way, especially if we start with the cells. But let me tell you this, antioxidants is not a bad word. If we're bringing in, food, right, that's nutritiously healthy with phytonutrients, right? We run away from this stuff. Now, so you're looking at a screen where it has nuts. Well, we don't even crack nuts anymore. What we doing? Y'all remember we used to have the pliers and then cracking the big walnut, or just growing our own fruits and vegetables, going to the garden? Well, there's certain nutrition, you all, that fights this. You don't like eating the brown banana, but imagine if this is the inside of your body. Right? Cancer, arthritis, wrinkles, heart disease. This is another problem. This is a big problem. This is a third problem. Lack of the good omegas, lack of the good fat. Again, look at the screen. We're showing you sardines. I bought 2 packs of sardines 2 days ago. I know this don't sound like the most scrumptious meal, but I can't wait to get home to have that basmati rice with some plant-based butter and sardines. Oh Lord, I know, oh, God, it's gonna be amazing. Why? Because I'm trying to get in the good fat. Now, the harmful fat, we get plenty of that. Fried oils and all this stuff that actually there's some good uses out of it. We just too oversaturated in it, or transforming our body to have too much of that stuff instead of the good fats. Now, the inflammation response, if we get cut or whatever, we do need the other fats. But this main one, omega-3, we are tremendously lacking. Mackerel, you all. Nuts again, salmon. All right. So what benefits come out of that? Right? Well, you want to start reducing your chances of a stroke or a heart attack or high blood pressure. What about the way that you're thinking about having clarity in your mind? Whoever would, when did well, we weren't taught. Alzheimer's is at an all-time high. Dementia, depression. Is it possible that because we're not getting good fats in our body, is that why we're compromised even in our mind, even the way we think and not having clarity? What is going on? And chronic inflammation, diabetes, y'all know it's on the all-time high. Arthritis, cancer. Now this, you hearing certain words over and over again, and especially autoimmune disease. Y'all, it hurts my heart. My sister was just diagnosed with lupus, right? My sister is 6 years younger than me, just being diagnosed. But is it possible? Is it possible it's because of her diet? And she's she's a phlebotomist. She actually draws people blood, right? And has no clue, right? But life is not fair to those who are not aware. Metabolic health, immune function, bone health. These are all deficiencies, right? By not getting in good fats. Now, all right, I know this look gross. I ain't get to the real bad problem yet. This is just one, and I'm leading to it. I'm trying to soften the blow, right? Protect your gut. 70%. Now we talked about the blood, and we said that's an important part of your immune system. Let's talk about the gut, which is 70% of your immune system is in your gut, your microbiome. Now, we're not bringing in enough fibrous fruits, prebiotics, probiotics, and we're not detoxing that long. I heard, now I'm gonna be very conservative with this because I don't know exactly. Dr. Bettye is probably gonna share a little bit, but I heard that the intestinal, small intestinal and large intestinal is the length of a football field, 100 yards. And I'm being very conservative. That's just what I heard. I don't do a whole lot of studying. I hear what people, she's a doctor. That's something she says. I get the concept and I'm like, you mean to tell me that it's something in my body that's compromised and packed with a whole lot of, boop, it's packed with a whole lot of, and I never detoxified and cleaned it out. And track stars, I mean, man, y'all get what I'm, and then look at this. Y'all get what I'm saying though. If that gut is as long as a football field, those intestines, what if they're compromised with little gremlins and parasites and dinosaurs and all these nasty things growing? And I said to somebody, because somebody said to me, so I use it all the time. What if your body and the inside of it is a porta potty? A porta potty. Are there any ladies in the house? Okay, 1, 2, 3. It usually isn't a lot of men, right? But ladies, you don't even like using a porta potty. I can't get my wife be like, I ain't going to no public bathroom. But what if your public bathroom is on the inside of you? What? Man, let me tell y'all. These little things, let me give you the proof. And they might not be little anymore. These things can live inside of you until death. What if I told you, y'all, and this is just science, that when I'm going to skip to number 2. Autopsy findings, recent autopsies have revealed the presence of parasites in various organs, including the brain, liver, lungs, even in individuals who were not suspected to be infected. These findings suggest that parasites can exist in the body without causing noticeable symptoms, leading to a silent invasion that gradually impairs organ function over time. So let me give you a mental picture. Imagine putting on a hazmat suit and open up, y'all, everybody have seen the grave, the casket lowered, right? You've seen it sealed, right? They twisted and they coming. I went to a funeral and this casket was actually a very nice casket. Now I know what they sit the casket in is concrete, but the casket is sealed tight and it's pretty nice. You can't get up in there. But imagine putting a hazmat suit and getting ready to do an autopsy, and you have to put on that hazmat suit because when you open it up, exactly what they're saying here is in that casket. How did it get there? How did worms and maggots and whatever is in there, how did it get in there? It was already there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's right. So let me make some disclaimers right now, right? We don't claim to mitigate, treat, diagnose, prevent any disease. Whatever I'm saying, whatever you're compromised by, you should talk to a medical professional, right? If you're pregnant and nursing, right, and taking medication, before I mention or introduce you to any supplements, you should talk to your doctor. Let me just put that disclaimer out there. But there's one, not but, and this is a product that I want to introduce you to, and we call it the fuel. Y'all, we need to put good gas into our bodies. And I love the fact that we labeled this the fuel, right? And it addresses all 5 areas that I just shared with you, right? And this is the world's first product that has been put out that really, I say, get down to the nitty gritty, right? So we call it our flat belly fuel. Y'all probably like, man, y'all, I like that term flat belly. Why? Because if you detox the correct way, if you address the areas, especially parasites, mucus, inflammation, and all of the, all these different things that's happening with your body, is it possible that your gut will go down, that your stomach will go down? This is what we're seeing, you all. So our vision is a world where every individual has access to nutrition and resources they need to thrive, leading to a healthier, a wealthier, and a more resilient community, being in more resilient communities. So we aspire to be that mediator, that catalyst for global change, fostering a future free from limitations of disease and poverty, where every corner of the globe continues to grow and flourish. That sounds like a mission, you all. Let me give you this, and that sounds like a mouthful, but it's not hard at all. Make the decree today to join us to help us establish another blue zone. There are only 6 of these in the world, you all, but we believe that here at Akana, we can be the 7th. And this is a community effort. So when you hear us say, yes, we're starting with the blood because there's life and power in the blood. And we're going to help 1 million families learn what their blood type is. We're going to show 1 million families how to reach one, how to teach one, and start within their own home. And it starts right here. You know your blood type. That's step number 1, or you need to know your blood type. Then we're going to detoxify your blood cells and detoxify that gut. We're going to do all that, right? And this flat belly bitters is a great place to start. You would use this for a 4-day detox program, and this is where you start. I'm not going to hit you with anything higher than that because some of us, it takes taking that first step. But ask the person who invited you, because some of you already realize, Minister Mooney, I'm not going to say I'm a sinner. No, anyway, Minister Mooney, I already know it's something wrong, and it's been wrong for years, and you may need to go some steps higher. So we do, depending on what your goals are, we have a 7-day and a 21-day cleanse as well. But let me share with you what this 4-day does, right? And how to make it. Get with the person that invited you, but it's as simple as in that bag right there, that little pouch, it's a tea bag. Don't open up the tea bag. You're going to boil 40 ounces the night before you decide to start, and you're going to drink 8 ounces a day, 4 in the morning, 4 at night. Now, it's nasty, but I like getting it through. Yeah, I'm just being honest with you. I'm not going to phony kick it with you. It is nasty. That's why it's called bitters. But let me tell you the truth. I like taking it to the head, all 8 ounces. Let me get this over with. right? And let me tell you, the elimination is real. You curve your like those cravings, because those gremlins on the inside of you, I'm calling them gremlins, they ugly. They gonna be calling, trying to fight against what you're trying to do, and you need to help them subdue their passion, right? And what I love about a package that I'm about to share with you is it comes with this list. We call it the yes list. I can tell you all day what not to eat. But doesn't it feel good when you can look at something and say, I can have that? Yeah. I can have that? Yeah. And not be so hit upside the head with a bat of what you can't have. I think we've done enough of that over the years, right? I think people have not reached the problems and got the solutions that they're actually looking for, because we have so many things that out there saying what you can't do. You can't do this. You can't have this. So we have a yes list, right? And we call this our medicine list. Now, this is key. Some of you don't know your blood type, and you may go to your doctor, and I hear this over and over again. Well, why do you want to know your blood type? Well, it's my blood. You taking it? Can I know it? You telling me everything else? Some of you may have heard that. We make it simple to make sure that we provide you with a kit where you can test yourself at home, right? And it comes with the fuel that I mentioned. It comes with the bitters that I mentioned, and only for $59.95. But then if you say, you know what, Minister Mooney, I already know my blood type, y'all, for $50, you can empower yourselves and begin to empower your family and your community. I guarantee you that when you ask the person, even in your household, ask your next door neighbor, hey, neighbor, look to your left, look to your right. Ask your neighbor, do you know your blood type? We say that in the church. No, we don't say blood type, but y'all know what I'm saying. But why not try it? But we make it simple. Everybody say, keep it simple. Keep the system simple. This is how we're gonna. There you go. Say it one more time. Keep the system simple. All right. Reach one, teach one. This is the low-hanging fruit that's easy to do that. And then even in addition to that, you all, see, we don't like just talking about it. We like being about it. Some people, we have to prove it to you. So there's a kit that allows you to actually, one of our starter kits that allows you to get a comprehensive health test. This, you all, you can go to your doctor and they're going to charge you an arm and a leg for it. You might not get all the information. It's a $1,000 value. We do have a $189 special, but let me show you this. Some of you already, what I'm saying is making sense. And if it makes sense and you're looking at this flat belly lifestyle, or you already know for 30 years, Minister Mooney for 50 years, Minister Mooney, I'm 70 plus years old, and this has been a problem. Some of you may decide that tonight I'm going to change my life and I'm going to do this and make it habitual. I'm not going to be like the sinner, and then go backwards. I'm going to continue to go forward. Some of I did that was too harsh. Y'all, if I say something that's just wrong, I had radiation to the brain, or chemotherapy to the body. So brain went on the radiation to the brain. I'd say, remember we talked about the blood, the brain cells and all that. Well, anyway. So but $109 can actually get you everything that you need by placing the fuel on auto ship and commit to doing that every month. 2 meals, you all, a day of that fuel, cleaning your body out with the bitters, knowing your blood type, and then having a reasonable meal. I think that's an excellent place to start this month. Don't wait to the New Year's resolution. Go into the new year walking in your black dress or putting that tuxedo on. Man, go to that party New Year's night and say, I already got started. Look at this flat belly. And let me share, we have other products, you all, that you can actually use. CBD products, skincare, hair care. Why? Because we believe, again, that life is not fair to those who are not aware. We make sure that our products are full panel tested, third panel tested. We just have premium products. Maybe it's alopecia you're dealing with. Maybe it's eczema, right? Maybe it's my neck, my back, whatever it is. Maybe it's you just want the harmony of your home. to be in peace and want some eucalyptus and I don't know what it is, but get with the person that invited you and make a change in your life. Yes, it's estimated that 1 in 5 of Americans who are aware of their blood type may have experimented or followed the blood type diet. And what are they doing? They're seeing results. So we have a goal to impact 1.5% of the United States, and we want you to start with us. So with that being said, you all, thank you for joining us tonight. It's now 8:13. Dr. Bettye is now going to come up and share some nitty gritty, y'all. Y'all gonna love what she has. Give her a round of applause. This is the person, right? When you have now this is the good doctor. I like to say the good doctor. Everybody say the good doctor. One more time, the good doctor.
The good doctor.
And she is a foodie, you all.
Yes, she
So back to you, Dr. Bettye. Ooh,
Okay,
oh, I did. Hold on.
I'll call you back, Lab.
All right.
All righty then, all righty,
Yeah.
righty.
Give her a round of applause, everyone.
Lab, I'll call you back. I gotta do my presentation. Okay, guys, so this is gonna be quick and dirty.
Ooh.
Okay, so, where's the presentation?
Oh.
There is none? Was he just freestyling? Excuse me, okay. Okay, so, hi, guys. So tonight, I am going to just briefly, I know he talked about the bitters cleanse. You got a thing?
Let me see. No, keep talking. I got you.
Yeah, anyway, so I am just gonna give you a brief description of what a detox is. It's actually the elimination or neutralization of toxins, and that's through the liver, the kidneys, the skin, the lungs, and the digestive system. So actually what we're doing is removing harmful substances from the body to help to maintain overall health and well-being. With that being said, I'm sure I didn't hear all of Minister Mooney's presentation, but I know he told y'all you're a walking porta potty. And so with that being said, I will just say that we need to clean out that porta potty. And the reason for this is that the toxins that are produced in that porta potty literally poison us. And let me see. So not only do they poison us, but those toxins actually are actually stored in the fat cells, and this is the body's way of protecting us from these toxins and this poisonous condition. But then again, that is one of the reasons why it's so difficult for people to lose weight, because the body says, well, they got these toxins running around, we better encapsulate them in this fat to protect them. And so the body's not going to let loose of that fat with those toxins in it to produce energy. And so it just holds on to them. And every time you eat, it says, oops, there's some more toxins, and it encapsulates some more. And so you never really get to lose that fat with those toxins in it until you do something like detoxification, because at that point you're cleaning out your pipes, you're cleaning out your porta potty, and with that action, the toxins actually have some place to go, like out. And at that point, the digestive system then tells the rest of the body, the organs and other systems, okay, now it's safe for you to let go of those toxins because they can get out now. So the body can break that fat, the body can break that fat down, release those toxins, and they go out. So, okay, so now, I am just, can I get a bag of the fuel? So I don't know, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. I was preoccupied with some other things, but the bitters, basically the purpose of the bitters is to break down the waste, the fecal matter, and the crud that is lining the actual intestines, which is literally slowing down that wave-like movement that occurs. That's okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Where they at? Zoom.
Oh, you want to go back to that?
There we are.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're not gonna worry about the presentation. I'm just gonna wing it. And so
Okay.
so the toxins, again, they break down the crud that is literally lining lining the inner aspect of our intestines. It helps to break down the fecal matter that is sometimes impacted. It also helps to break down the mucus and all of that kind of thing that is sitting inside of our digestive system, especially the intestines, the small intestines and the large intestines. I don't know if you guys have ever seen what that looks like for real, so I don't know where the presentation is, but let me just show you right here. Can you all see, can you all see that? Yeah. Okay, so on the outside, it's hard to do it back. But on the inner aspect, you see all that jumbled up chitlins. That's what it is. In the center, and that's your small intestines, that comes down from your so you put the food in your mouth, goes down your esophagus into your stomach, and then from the stomach it goes into the small intestines. I can't the small intestines, and then from there it goes into the large intestines, which is literally called the colon. And there in the colon, the waste actually sits there waiting to be eliminated. Now, if you're constipated, which many Americans are, then what happens is that waste just kind of sits there and sits there and sits there, and the body keeps reabsorbing the fluid from it. And then it starts recirculating those toxins throughout the body. So it's like autotoxicity. You're just almost like reinfecting yourself. But those toxins start to be reabsorbed, and really that's what your body is feeding off of. So you've heard the term garbage in, garbage out. Well, that's what is happening. And so the bitters actually break all of that crud up and allow for it to be eliminated. In the meantime, it's also helping to curb your appetite, especially your appetite for those sweet, sugary pastries and all that kind of those kinds of foods that are really not good for us in the first place, cause liver problems, which leads to diabetes and yada, yada, yada. And so that's what the bitters do. I'm gonna keep it short. And so, because you all know I could go on and on, I can give you a biology, chemistry, the works. Anyway, but that's enough of that. You get the idea. And then, so with that being said, our next move is to nourish the body, because our cells, since we've been talking, like millions of cells have died and they need to be replaced. And so what are you going to replace them with? Now that we've cleaned all that garbage out, now we have our our fuel, our flat belly fuel, which is the Bomb Diggity. And it is literally designed to target 5 areas, and that is to support our blood types. It is pretty much a neutral formulation so that all the blood types can utilize it for its nutritive benefits. Then we're targeting the elimination of parasites. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hello. Thank you. Thank you. And so then again, we're targeting the parasites because I don't care who you are and where you are. If you eat meat or if you ever ate meat, you got parasites. And even if you don't eat meat and never ate meat, there can be parasites, the eggs are parasites on the produce that we eat. And so that's why it's so very, very, very important to wash your produce well, so that you can get those eggs and any parasites that might be living there. Because have you ever seen the eggs of worms and what have you? Sometimes they could be big, just like the size of a pinhead. And you wouldn't even know they were there. It could just look like a speck. I was doing my little container gardening, and I was outside, and I was, looking at the little white, what are those things, cabbage moths flittering around. And I looked on my collard greens and pulled the leaf back, and there I saw this little bitty speck. Guess what? That was an egg. And if I had not been paying attention, that would grow to a worm or a caterpillar or whatever you want to call it, but it's a parasite. And so, we need to be aware of this. One other time, I'll tell you this. It was Copper River time, Copper River salmon time. And I love Copper River salmon, but it's only available like 3 weeks out of the year. And so I'm standing there at Whole Foods seafood counter, and I'm waiting my turn, and I'm looking at the Copper River salmon, and my mouth is just watering. And I saw something kind of move. I'm like, what is that? And I kept watching, and lo and behold, didn't the worm come up out of there? Yes, it did. So I'm telling you, parasites are everywhere, and that's why it's important to cook your food well and to wash it well. Anyway, so we're targeting eliminating parasites. We're targeting gut health with our prebiotics and probiotics, as well as fiber. We're also targeting omega fatty acids, because we as a society, and especially Black folks, are not getting enough omega-3s in our diet. And this is because we like to eat what we like to eat. And most of those foods, the fried foods and other substances like that, are high in omega-6, which promotes inflammation. And inflammation is good, don't get me wrong. It has its purpose in our body, but when we overindulge in foods and substances that cause those omega-6 levels to soar, then we're walking around with a bunch of inflammation in our bodies that's doing us nothing but harm. So we're targeting those omega fatty acids to balance the various fatty acids. That's the 3s, the 6s, the 9s, as well as a rare one, which is 7. And then we're also targeting antioxidant protection, because that is one of the most important aspects of our nutrients, our nutritive efforts, is to incorporate more antioxidants. Because the foods, you look at the diets that people have these days, it's a lot of fried food, it's a lot of processed food, not much fresh fruits and vegetables. And that's really a recipe for disaster, because they're virtually no antioxidants in there. And the purpose of antioxidants is to protect our bodies from the oxidative stress that these kinds of diets and foods cause. Excuse me. Excuse me. And anyway, where was I before I was so rudely interrupted? Anyway, yeah, thank you. Yeah, right, right. And so we're not getting enough antioxidants, and the purpose of antioxidants is to protect us from the oxidative stress that is caused by not only those foods and diets that I was just talking about, but also from the air that we're breathing, because there's all kind of crap in the air, industrial waste, echo pollution, and in addition to that, we've got the foods that we're eating, the ultra processed foods that we're eating. We've got the substances that we put on our skin, like the lotions and potions and perfume with alcohol and just on and on and on. Not to mention the clothes that we're wearing. And that's one that I have not really spoken to before, but let me tell you this. Those those synthetic fabrics, those things are toxic to us. They are toxic and they stick to you. And when your body heats up, the chemicals come out of that stuff and go right on into your body. Yeah, but even after you wash them, it's still plastic. It's still plastic. Yeah, no, it does not. Exactly. So need to pay attention to what we're doing to our bodies, because it's the only house we got to live in. And if you jack it up, then you're in trouble. So anyway, back to that oxidative stress. All of that causes oxidative stress. Not to mention the cell phone, the radiation and all of that. Anyway, that oxidative stress actually damages our cells, and because of the free radicals that it actually produces. And that is what promotes and causes disease, dysfunction, and degeneration. So we have, with this formula, with this formula, with this formula, we are, where is how you get to say it? With this formula, we have really been fortunate enough to really been ahead of the curve in terms of providing just a full complement of nutrients. This formula, our flat belly fueled chocoberry, it really provides actually a complete meal replacement. It's custom formulated for each of our blood types, and it's going to help us to build healthy communities through our families and generational health, as well as really moving us closer and closer to the blue zone. So what time is it? I'm not going to hold you. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to talk double fast. So the ingredients in here are numerous. I mean, we've got our organic hemp protein, we've got organic cocoa, we've got flaxseed, sea buckthorn, aronia berries, monk fruit, we've got coconut palm sugar, we've got stevia, we've got chlorella, we've got ashwagandha, we got diatomaceous earth, we got bromelain, HMB, astragalus, vitamin D, triple probiotics, inulin, and apple fiber. And let me just say that each of these pretty much overlap in terms of the health benefits that they bring. And I'm just going to tell you the groups that they fall under. And like I said, some of them overlap. But I don't know if you ever heard that if you have single substances, let's just say, for instance, essential oils, and you have one essential oil with numerous properties. If you have 2 essential oils or 3 essential oils with some of those same properties, you potentiate the health benefits of those essential oils. And the same thing with the ingredients in our flat belly fuel. And some of those health benefits are antioxidant, boosting the immune system, supporting heart health by decreasing cholesterol, decreasing blood pressure, preventing atherosclerosis. We've got anti-inflammatory actions. We've got digestive health promoting. We're building blood. We're supporting skin health, weight management, liver health, eye health, promoting faster healing of wounds and surgical incisions, as well as injuries, supporting faster healing there. Also, anti-cancerous properties. We got blood building properties. I mean, liver health, just on and on and on. Eye health. And let me just I'm going to tell you about this one because I think we talked before about sea buckthorn. A lot of high-end cosmetics use it specifically because of its ability to promote skin elasticity and hydration of the skin, in addition to all those others I just mentioned. And then we've got ashwagandha that decreases stress, it enhances mood and reduces depression. It improves mental clarity and focus. It promotes quality sleep. Because if we don't sleep, if we don't get good sleep, our bodies can't heal, because that is actually when healing takes place. It enhances physical performance, it balances hormones, it enhances libido and sexual health. It supports adrenal health, that's part of the stress management, and it promotes longevity. And then cocoa is one of the ingredients that I haven't really talked about, but it too supports heart health, supports brain health, it improves cognition. It may protect against neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's and the like. But one thing that I found out earlier today was that cocoa, if you drink cocoa, and that would be with a cacao level of 70%. If you have 7.5 grams a day, then you decrease the risk of heart attacks and strokes by 39%. Isn't that interesting? And so one might say, well, what's 7.5 grams? That is like 3 chocolate drops or chocolate chips. And so you can see that it doesn't take a lot. And when I say chocolate chips, I'm not talking about what's it called, milk chocolate. I'm talking about dark chocolate that doesn't have a lot of sugar and what have you in it. And that's that's the dark chocolate with the 70% cacao. And it's the flavonol, which are antioxidants that bolster stem cell proliferation, and it improves cardiovascular function. So what I'm saying is that chocolate actually helps to boost your body's production of stem cells, and stem cells are what keep us alive and keep us running and building keep us in the ability to build new cells. Okay, and so then what else was I going to tell you? That was about it. So now don't worry, because when you purchase the bitters starter pack, then and proceed to do the detox, the bitters detox, well, we got you covered. You've got a diet, not a diet, but you got a meal plan. you've got grocery lists, you got suggestions of what to eat for breakfast, what to eat for lunch, what to eat for dinner. We got you covered and you don't have to worry. But let me say that with that pack comes your digital blood type guide. And so that will show you the foods for your blood type that are best for you to eat. So it's great for you to follow that. And let me just say that please, please, please drink your water. Nothing can replace pure, clean water in your diet, because there are so many different processes that the body uses water for, not only to flush the toxins from your body, but to make hormones and vitamins and enzymes and on and on and on. So you got to get that at least 64 ounces of water in a day. Sip on it. Don't gulp down, 16 ounces and say, "Ooh, I got 16," and gulp down another 16. Your kidneys don't appreciate that. And in addition to that, you need a constant flow of water to help move those toxins out of your body. Okay, so if you're a little heavier than, well, let me say that you should drink half your body's weight in ounces. So the 64 would be for somebody that was in 120, 140, something like that. But if you're much more than that, just half your body's weight in water. Good clean water, alkaline water, spring water, hydrogen water, good to go. And then eat from the rainbow. Don't just eat the same thing all the time. Different foods have different nutritional benefits and nutritional components. And so you want to have a full round of each of these so that your body can function at its maximum capacity. I wanted to tell you too, there's some fruits, there are about 5 fruits that can actually help you to regrow stem cells. And they're things like prunes, mangoes, black raspberries, blueberries, and strawberries. So when you eat those foods, then you're supporting your body's ability to manufacture functional stem cells. So don't forget to get your blender, because you'll need that to make your smoothies. And remember, this is a meal, a full meal replacement. 2 of those a day, and your other foods, you got it going on. So with that, I'm gonna say toodaloo. Thank you for your attention, and you all have a great evening. All right. Bye, guys. See you next time, Tuesday. Hey, hey!
Bye-bye, Dr.
See you guys.
See you.
We love you guys. We do.
Love you too.
Thank you. Bye now.